more than 200 years later. So the body probably wasn't even in there.
Interesting.
So now we get to hear his story.
Yeah, now, you want to tell us your story?
Well, mine's not as interesting as that.
Oh.
Basically, this was built to aid pilgrims.
See, we're going through a skinny thing. We were going to go up there.
By the king, who was responsible for the death of Thomas Becket. That's right. And so he commissioned them. And so people could come and stay here for one night free of charge.
Oh.
And this side, this is where the water used to come down to turn a mill wheel. It was called the King's Mill. It was given as a gift to Thomas Becket's sister, to sort of apologise for.
Oh, for killing her husband, or killing her brother, huh?
Slip down here now. A bit too.
Boy, this really is low, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, the other people just got to go under one little bridge.
Yeah, this is the good thing about the punting tool. He gets gunned in here.
Yeah, he can't fit his paddles in here.
I'm assuming that we're kind of going with the
Current, yeah.
the current.
That's right.
Yeah, you ever seen the movie Becket? Peter O'Toole and Richard,
Oh, what?
Elizabeth Taylor. Richard
Oh,
Burton.
Oh, yeah.
Richard Burton.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it. Is it about, presumably it's about Thomas Becket?
Yeah.
Well, your head just does clear.
It's a really nice movie. I enjoyed it.
Can you see how close this is to us?
You guys
Must be an old
watch your
Yeah,
thing
about
right here.
in the 1960s.
Oh, okay.
Can you see how underneath we're coming?
My word.
It's not that, it's the cobwebs.
They didn't take care of the problem.
Hey, there's that thing.
There is the thing. The witches, what is it? The what chair?
It's the one you put the naggy wipes on.
Oh, that's it right there.
I know.
So they don't nag you anymore. One way or the other.
Yes, it was, that was the kind of punishment which you could deal out to your wife in those days. But it's more commonly associated with witch trials.
Right.
I believe they had those in America as well. So
Yes, in Salem.
All those wacky Puritans who apparently did a lot of damage to the cathedral here.
absolutely, yeah. They removed
They were weird.
they removed any statues which represented God. And the statue of Jesus was removed.
Oh,
They removed Becket.
they did everything.
Took out the stained glass. Is that what you call walking the tight line? Yep. Oh, this is actually the one we saw you on.
5 pounds.
You look like you're working too hard.
Right?
Totally.
8 pounds, you can work yourself just as hard.
Oh.
So on the left here we have the Marlow Theatre just coming up.
Oh yeah, we're right across from it.
Oh yeah, whereabouts are you staying?
The Pilgrim.
Hotel?
How is it? Is it good?
It's old.
It's old and they got a lot of stairs, but it's nice.
So this was built on the site of
There's no modern convenience.
Oh yeah.
a Roman amphitheatre. And it was the largest in England.
I swear they had something going on there. There is. It's Canterbury Tales.
Yeah, that's an old worldly pub.
Oh.
Have you ever heard of the Canterbury Tales?
Yep.
Obviously.
We've heard of it, but we've discussed it. I don't think any of us have read it.
No.
Any of the tales.
They're quite sort of weird stories, to be honest.
Oh.
And they're quite basic and not massively interesting. But if you go onto YouTube, you can see where people act them out.
Oh yeah.
They're not very long, so it's worth a look. So this is Blackfriars Dominican friary. Today it's actually the property of the King's School. It was taken over in 1538 by King Henry VIII when he changed the national religion from Catholic to Protestant so that he could marry his wife. He could divorce his wife. And the Blackfriars had links to the Spanish Inquisition, and they had a bad reputation in the city. In fact, there's records during the mid 15th century, of them being accused of grave robbing, amongst other things. And what was unusual about them was that they wore black tunics, which was the most expensive type of tunic that you could purchase, and they didn't take a vow of poverty.
Oh.
So they could still be making money and stuff.
That's right, yeah.
Selling their honeybee ale and stuff.
If you look on the left here, you'll see that there's like a public sort of green, and it's got various apple trees there. And they've replanted them because this used to be an orchard many years ago. And they would brew very weak cider, would only be 1 or 2%, and they wouldn't drink it to sort of get drunk. They drink it in place of water, because the process of brewing killed the germs in the river water. It was very dirty because it was an open sewer in those days.
We walked through here yesterday looking for what? What were we looking for right here?
We were looking for where
The tannery was.
Oh, the tannery, right.
somewhere in here.
Or back down.
Yeah, it's just right there.
Yeah, just right there. Nothing.
These were the noisy gates.
We're gonna hit the rapids. Well, sometimes it's just well, that's where we saw that though. We saw it running out of there.
Yeah. This is balancing act again.
This is where the Abbott's Mill used to be. What's left of it now is the steel structure to hold up the first floor. See the two channels cut out mills. For a long time, it was the second largest building in Canterbury after the cathedral, of course. It was a massive 5-storey structure, originally built 200 years ago. It was rebuilt 3 times until it finally burned down the last time in 1902. The reason for that is because when you grind grain, you get a very fine flour, which goes into the air and it's highly combustible. The last time it really exploded when it burned down, and they say you could see it miles around. And this part of the Staur, for the next 2 miles, had 40 mills at some point, various points, over the past 1,000 years. You look at these houses along the river, it's obviously a nice place to live because it's next to the river. Today, well, in years gone by, when the river was an open sewer, it was a nice place to live.
An open sewer?
And this is, if you look at the houses you see,
Gross.
they're very small, only very narrow, sometimes only 2 metres wide. And that's because only the poorest people would live next to the river, because it's a horrible place to live. But today, they've been knocked through, so 3 smaller houses and 2 smaller houses makes up one full-sized house.
Oh. Well, if they knock it through, they can do whatever they want.
You can see there's still like a very small, narrow building there.
Was Canterbury ever near the coast? I mean, did the rivers well, they didn't sandwich. They were part of the sink ports. But I don't know where they... Huh?
I would imagine it would have been tidal many years ago.
Yeah.
But I mean, they've been putting this kind of sort of like sluice for thousands of years. So it would have been a very long time ago that it was tidal.
Trying to take a picture of yourself in the background.
Video.
Oh, video.
Yep. It's all video. Smile for the camera.
If we look at the Blackfriars building once again, it's, it used to have its own mill, which was about level with the second building just across the river, and they used to channel the water actually around the back of it and then underneath this sort of walkway here. That's why that's there, and that's where the mill wheel used to be. But of course when they stopped using the mill, and the river level this side rose up, and that's why that doorway is only a small, not as tall as it should be.
Oh! Yeah, that's a pretty short door.
So it's now owned by the King's School, Canterbury.
Yeah.
And the King's School predates the Blackfriars, and it actually dates back to the 8th century. And it's thought to be the oldest still active school in the world. Gents, can I ask at least one of you to turn around and sit in the
Sure.
seat facing the other
You want to turn around? You want me to?
might be